What's going on, guys? This is Vince with vshred.com, and in today's video I'm going to show you 3 different ways that you can get bigger forearms. Alright, so like I said, today's video is going to be all about forearms, and I got a couple of different ways that are going to help anybody out there who's looking to build their forearms bigger and stronger, and I'm going to be giving examples of each of them. There's 3 different ways that are really the best for building forearm strength and building forearm size, and I'm going to break those down individually so that when you go to the gym next, or if you're trying to build arm size on your forearm, not just your upper arm, then these are going to be great things, great rules to go by that are going to get you results quickly if you do them right. Now, before I get into it, I will just say real quickly, if you're trying to build muscle, or you're trying to get in shape, or you're trying to figure out dieting or training, the first thing you have to do before you do any of that is figure out your body type and figure out exactly what you should be doing in the gym for your specific goals. Figure out exactly what macros, how many carbs, fats, and proteins you should be eating for your specific goals and for where you're at right now. And I have a free body type quiz that tells you all of that, gives you your macro calculations, gives you exactly what type of training and diet is best for your body type if you want some help with getting in shape. I've helped over 1 million people transform their bodies, all by the link right below this video that takes you to my free quiz that tells you exactly what to do to get in shape for free. So check that out if you're trying to get in shape. But now let's get into this video. So like I said, I have 3 different ways that are going to help you build your forearms bigger and stronger. And the first one actually has not much to do with what you would think you would do for forearm size and strength. And it's actually more so to do with what you're doing on arm day. So when you're going to the gym and you're hitting biceps and you're doing your curls, something that you should actually start doing if you're trying to build your forearms is focusing on your brachioradialis. If you don't know what that is the muscle that's running right here. So you see this muscle, when I kind of don't flex, it goes away. When I flex, it raises up. This right here can be worked, and that's part of your forearm, but it's also worked by doing specific types of curls, like pronated curls, which is when your palms are facing down. And then also you can do pronated curls. You can do these with barbells. You can even do these with dumbbells. Another type of curl that you can do are zottman curls, which are basically when you have dumbbells and you curl it up with your palms up, but then at the top you flip your palms over and you lower it back down nice and in controlled manner. And this is going to allow you to build that part of your arm right there, because this actually inserts around here, runs up to here. So every single time you're doing this overhanded curl, you're working this muscle by shortening and lengthening it, which is going to help you build bigger forearms. So that's the first way. The second way is actually by increasing your grip strength. So grip strength has been directly correlated with forearm size, and you can do this by doing things as simple as farmer walks or farmer carries, when you just have extremely heavy dumbbells, or maybe you have kettlebells, or maybe even barbells, and you're trying to get weird with it and just kind of balance it, because then you'd also work some stabilization in there as well. But basically just getting this heavy weight and holding it tight, and holding it as long as you can, walking with it, standing in place with it, maybe even doing some calf raises with it, something. But then that's one way. Another way is by doing what are called dead hangs from a pull-up bar. So you go to a pull-up bar or some kind of bar that you can hang from, you get a good grasp on it, and you just hang there. And you hang there until your hands give out, and by increasing your grip strength, you are going to increase your forearm size and obviously your forearm strength. But the third way, so that's the second way. The third way, because obviously when it comes to building muscle, creating that metabolic stress is going to come down to putting a load on the muscle. And so while increasing your grip strength will help out with forearm size, something that's going to help even more is going to be overloading the muscle. And there's really 2 main ways to overload your forearm muscles, and that is by a kind of wrist flexion and wrist extension, because you have a load of different forearm muscles that run up and down your forearms. But there's only two main functions of these, or there's multiple functions, but the two main functions that are going to work them is going to be with wrist flexion, which is going to be when you come down here, because also it's not only flexion, but it's also with your fingers rolling up. That's also going to work your forearms. So I'll grab a dumbbell real quickly. And so with this wrist flexion, not only are you going to allow your wrist to drop down like this on the end of your knee, but then also you're going to let it roll out in your fingers, because your fingers extending like that is also going to stretch that muscle. And then by your fingers coming back in, you're going to be working your forearm. And then obviously by bringing this weight up, you're going to be flexing that forearm even more, working that forearm muscle even more. So that is the wrist flexion. The wrist extension is going to be the same thing. So you can let this roll all the way down. You can see there's a nice stretch going on right here. And then you're going to bring this and extend it up as high as you can, feeling that flex in the muscle right there. And you're just basically going to do this over and over again. And personally, I like going for higher rep ranges, simply because throughout the day, your forearms are getting worked all the time. Whether you are holding a phone, holding a water bottle, drinking from a water bottle, typing on the computer, clicking a mouse, carrying a backpack, whatever it is, your forearms are getting worked all the time because you are gripping things all the time. And so your muscles are used to tons of work. So by doing higher reps, I've just found that it really helps me to feel the stimulus a lot more in the muscle, get a better pump from doing that. Higher rep range, because if I do go heavy, a lot of times, because the forearms are such small muscles, it becomes very difficult to actually get through a full range of motion when you are going super heavy with some wrist curls or some wrist extensions. Also, another way to do these I just thought about is by standing up and getting it behind you, and maybe even getting a barbell back here and going up behind you, because if you do have wrist problems, when you are down like this, you could cause yourself some wrist issues if you're doing that, or going all the way down there. By standing up and going behind your back, you're going to be putting a lot less stress on your wrist and allowing yourself to work your forearm the same amount. Roll it down into your fingertips, bring it back up, squeeze to the top. So those are the three ways to work your forearms if you're trying to get bigger, stronger forearm muscles. You want to focus on working that brachioradialis. You want to focus on improving your grip strength. And then also you got to do some work with your forearms if you're trying to build that muscle. So hopefully that helped you if you're looking for maybe exercises that are best for building your biceps, so that you can have your biceps accenting your forearms really well. I do have a video right up here to the 7 best bicep exercises with form breakdowns on all of them if you want to check that out. Also, make sure you're subscribing to the channel if you're not yet subscribed, turning on the notifications. That way you do get alerted when I post a new video so you don't miss out. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something, and I'll see you in the next one.